Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of High School Football on Cape Atlantic Live. I'm Brian Kniff alongside Buddy Tarbot and Sam Cohen handling our video production for you here from windy Maxwell Field in Wildwood, a local rivalry game between the Caper Tigers of Lower Cape May. They come in here at 3-1. Wildwood, the host team, is 1-2. Here's your captains, as you can see. Going across the field for Lower Cape May, it's Logan Haggerty, Hunter Ray, Quentin Hagan, and Ogre Nunez. And for Wildwood, it's Harley Busham, James Wires, and Junior Hans. And one note about this game this evening, Wildwood is without one of its top players. And Ryan Troiano suffered a knee injury in last week's loss at Bishop Eustace, a tough 13-7 loss. Troiano actually had Wildwood's only touchdown on a 75-yard punt return. But he later injured his knee, and he is almost definitely out for the rest of football season, which obviously is a shame, and they're awaiting further results on the rest of his athletic career because obviously he's a three-sport athlete here at Wildwood, so we wish the best for him. Wildwood's wearing the maroon jerseys with the white helmets and white pants. Lower Cape May, the black helmets trimmed in blue with the black pants and the white jerseys colored in black and blue. A little bit of yellow in there as well. So we got a windy one here this evening. It is scheduled to rain a little bit later. Everybody knows that this nor'easter's coming in here, but we'll see what kind of weather we get for the rest of the game. But right now, it is dry. The officials for the game, actually, before we get to that, Lower Cape May has won the toss, and they will defer. And that's big tonight because they're obviously going to take the wind, for the fourth quarter in case they need it. So Lower Cape May wins the toss. The officials are Joe Engelhart's the lead referee. The umpire is Bruce Cooper. Head linesman Kevin Mathis. The line judge is Anthony Evans. Side judge is John Hasner. Field judge is Lamar Fisher, and the timer is Sam Westfall. So,
yes,
kind of a light crowd here, buddy, because of the weather, I'm sure. But we'll see if more people file in here at Maxwell Field.
Yes, Brian, and as you hit on with the weather and this impending nor'easter that is going to be impacting our area, this is a big rivalry game, and it always has been. Lower Cape May, comes into this game with a record of 3-1, and their one loss actually should have been a win. So the Lower Cape May, and they are really off to a strong start. They have a very talented roster. They have one of the best quarterbacks in our region in Hunter Ray, and he's backed up by a bevy of talented offensive players led by Isaiah Carr Wing at running back and Braswell Thomas, the very talented wide receiver. As you were discussing before we went on the air, Thomas is being recruited. He's got 9 scholarship offers by Division I football programs. And when we say Division I, we're not talking about just any Division I programs. We're talking about Georgia, the defending national champions, Penn State, just to name a few. So Braswell Thomas, and just a junior, Brian, he is just a junior, and he is a very, very talented wide receiver and a very talented defensive back.
High school football on Cape Atlantic Live brought to you by Crest Savings Bank. Banking since 1919 with branches across Cape May County to best serve you. Check out all the services Crest Savings Bank has to offer at crestsavings.com. Ulmer's Appliance Service is a proud supporter of Cape Atlantic Live and CapeAtlanticLive.com, a family-owned and operated business since 1974. Ulmer's Appliance services all the top appliance brands. Give Ulmer's Appliance a call, 609-368-4444, or log on to ulmersappliance.com. Square One Design has nearly 20 years of experience in designing websites, building online marketing campaigns, and creating custom web applications. Square One Design is a proud sponsor of high school football on CapeAtlanticLive.com. So it's Lower Cape May and Wildwood, and about to have the national anthem, which will be sung by Wildwood's the island of the Wildwoods designated national anthem singer, Monica Koborowski. We're going to have to talk to her one time, buddy, and see where the strangest place is that she sung the national anthem. She said we'd be surprised.
Monica, no, we would not be surprised.
Yeah, you should hear. We should hear our stories of some games we've done some broadcasts from.
Yeah, and we know your father, Derek, so it would not surprise me.
Another terrific rendition of our national anthem by Wildwood High School senior Monica Koborowski. We're set to go, Lower Cape May and Wildwood. Be sure to check out the Mud Hen Brewing Company, the Dogtooth Bar and Grill, and Poppy's Brick Oven Pizza and Kitchen in Wildwood for great dining and entertainment experiences for the entire family. And congratulations to the Mud Hen on recently being named the best brew pub in New Jersey. The Mud Hen, the Dogtooth, and Poppy's proudly support CapeAtlanticLive.com. And don't forget, the Mud Hen has already started its Oktoberfest celebration. So to set the scene here, the wind is blowing, if you're watching the game here, across your screen from left to right. So Lower Cape May has the wind at its back to start the football game as they will kick off. And Dennis Serra, who has a big leg, there is no doubt that if it came down to it, Lower Cape May could easily attempt a field goal from about 50 yards if they wanted to. Serra's normal range is in the 35-yard, maybe even up to 40. But with this win tonight, he's going to have a lot more that length on his kicks if he gets an opportunity. So it's a high kick, and it is caught by Gabe Rossett at the 5. He slips and falls while trying to make a cut at the 12. So Wildwood will not have very good field position to start the football game.
Now, that was a tough break, obviously, for the Warriors. But, again, Dennis Serra just does a great job. I mean, he's a strong kicker to begin with, but you put that wind at his back, and he almost put that ball into the end zone. So Rossett had a tough, hit a tough road in front of him. And as Brian said, he slipped and fell coming over that 10-yard line.
Junior Hans leads them out. This is a Wildwood team that does not run the ball particularly well, and they want to move the ball with the pass, which is going to be tough on a night like this. They do hand it off on first down, And not getting very far is James Wires. They handed it to him after he came in motion out of a slot position, and Wires loses a couple. And they'll bring up 2nd and 12.
And we did not, Brian talked about it during the pregame, but missing Ryan Triano, the multi-talented warrior, you know, he's able to run the football, catch the football. Ryan does so many things. He's so versatile offensively. And now with him not being there for Junior Hans, the quarterback, as that weapon.
Wildwood throws. This is caught, but a good play on the outside made by Ogre Nunez. He takes down Harley Busham, and that's actually going to go down as a loss. Loss of 1. It's 3rd and 13 now. And, not only is Wildwood backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, but if they don't pick this 3rd down up, they're going to be punting into a very stiff wind. So 3rd and 13 for Wildwood here. Ball at their own 9. First offensive possession of the game for either team. Hans in the shotgun, standing inside his own 5. Takes the snap, looks, throws, incomplete. He was under duress and threw that before he wanted to. And it brings up 4th down.
So Wildwood on that first offensive sequence, Brian, 3 plays for -3 yards. And as you said, now they're going to be punting the football.
Here's the thing. I mean, with Wildwood, you never know if they're going to punt. I mean, they've gone for it on 4th and long when the percentages have always said punt it. But here's the thing, too. I mean, playing against this stiff wind, you wouldn't expect the punt to go very far. So Hans in the shotgun, when he do punt, he does punt from this position. So he does kick it. The wind holds it up, and Braswell Thomas goes back and makes a fair catch at the 35-yard line.
So Lower Cape
Wildwood, buddy, was lucky they weren't flagged there because a Wildwood player came up and bumped into Thomas after he had signaled for a fair catch. But I guess they deemed the contact as rather incidental, so no harm, no foul there. And
Lower Cape May is going to
has the ball.
start. Yes, Lower's going to start with excellent field position from the Wildwood 35.
They hand it to Wing. Takes it off the left side. He's got a 1st down and more, still churning his feet. And he's down inside the 20.
And again, Coach Lance Bailey, that's what he wants to see for Isaiah Carr Wing.
Wing again, trying the left side. And he's tackled by James Wires, but not until he picks up about 8. Call it 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 for Lower Cape May. Wing again picking his way through the middle, still on his feet. And they're going to push him very close to the goal line. There's been no signal. And he's going to be down at the 1. So call it a 10-yard run. Another 1st down. And now Hunter Ray on the quarterback sneak gets in. So it takes Lower Cape May just 4 offensive plays to get into the end zone. 35-yard drive, and they lead at 6-0 with 8:55 to go in the first quarter. Dennis Serra comes on to kick it. Zach Castellano is the holder. Logan Haggerty's the long snapper. Snap and holder pretty good. And Serra boots that thing. I think it landed in the parking lot of the Crest Pier, buddy.
Yes.
7-0. Lower Cape May takes the early lead over Wildwood. Hall's Carpet Care is a proud sponsor of Cape Atlantic Live sports broadcasts and the CapeAtlanticLive.com website, specializing in carpet and upholstery cleaning, air duct and dryer vent cleaning, and home watch services. Hall's Carpet Care gives you the clean you expect and the service you deserve. Check them out at hallscarpetcare.com or give them a call at 609-463-3733. And don't forget, Halls can certainly help you out with storm cleanup after this weekend if you need such services. The Wildwood Recreation Department and the Byrne Community Center proudly support high school football on CapeAtlanticLive.com. Be sure to check out their big event for the Halloween season, a trunk or treat and a haunted house at the Byrne Community Center on Friday, October 27th from 5 to 8 p.m. Call 609-522-5837 for more info. So,
and with 8:55 to go here in the opening quarter, as Brian said, 2 minutes and 5 seconds for Lower Cape May to punch that ball in, and they take a 7-0 lead over the host Warriors. And now, Brian, it's going to be interesting to see how Wildwood responds.
So it's another deep kick. Rossett has trouble with it. Picks it up. Now he has a little bit of running room, but then it's hit and taken down just outside the 20. So Wildwood starts at its own 22. And, you know, when you're working against the wind like this in this opening quarter, like Wildwood is trailing 7-0, you really need to string together some first downs and move the ball and flip field position a little bit at least.
Well, that too, and you want to have a little bit of time of possession to keep that defense off of the field.
Hans in the shotgun here. They run almost all of their plays out of the shotgun. And looks like the left guard for Wildwood moved early, and that'll be an illegal procedure penalty. Wildwood's had trouble doing that this year, you know, when they go long count. And they've too many illegal procedure penalties.
And that was number 77, the big offensive tackle.
Oh, it was actually inside a little bit where that fraction occurred first, and then Eric Jordan moved. Handoff to Rossett, and he's taken down for a loss. Yeah, it's now going to bring up 2nd and 17. And this is the thing on a night like this. As we said, you know, Wildwood's had trouble all year running the football. They've been a team that's put it in the air really just as much as they've run it, if not more. And on a night like this, when you have all this wind, it's just going to be very difficult for them, especially when they're going against the wind like they are here in this first quarter. It was Quentin Hagan on that stop last time for Lower Cape May. 2nd and 17 for Wildwood. Hans back to pass, throws. It is caught by James Wires. Does get a block on the outside, and he's going to get about 10. So nice play there.
That was a nice play, and Wildwood gave Junior Hans enough time that he was able to find James Wires on the right side of the Warrior offense. And as Brian said, Wires is able to pick up 10 yards. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and manageable. It's going to be a third and 4.
It's actually a gain of 13 to make it 3rd and 4 here. Hans takes the snap, fakes. He's going to try to run. He's taken down. Quentin Hagan and Amir Clark in there on the stop. And that's a loss of probably about 2. I'll bring up 4th and 6. 7.5 to go first quarter. Clock is running.
And again, it's going to put Wildwood in a position, Brian, with the ball on their 26-yard line. This is one of those where, yes, it seems like it should be a punt, but Wildwood, you never know, as Junior Hans will look to see what the defense gives them before he makes that decision.
He's going to roll to his right. It will be a punt, kind of a rugby style. Doesn't get a lot of air under it. Gets pushed back, and it's going to end up being about a 6 or 7 yard punt when Gabe Rossett downs it. And Lower Cape May is going to have great field position again, the Wildwood 33.
Well, that took a big roll back in Lower Cape May's favor, and Gabe Rossett was there to jump on it for the Warriors and keep that football from going even further back.
1st and 10 for Lower Cape May, the Warrior 33-yard line. Ray hands off the Carr wing, sweeping to the right. He's got running room. First hit by James Wires and taken down, but not after a gain of about 12 and a first down. And actually, we're going to mark it at the 20, so it's a gain of 13. Lower again moving quickly. Wing came into this game with 561 yards rushing through 4 games. He gets another handoff through the middle, making players miss. Bounces it outside, and he will waltz into the end zone for Lower Cape May's second touchdown just past the midway point of the first quarter. It's a 20-yard TD run. So with 6:26 to go in the first quarter, right now it's all Lower Cape May. Dennis Serra on for the extra point. Snap and hold are good. The kick, though, misses left. He pulled it left, so it's 13-0. Lower Cape May on top here with 6:26 to go.
And Brian,
in the first quarter. The Cabrera Companies are a strong supporter of local sports coverage on Cape Atlantic Live and CapeAtlanticLive.com, whether it's buying or renting property at the Jersey Shore, management services for homeowners and condo associations, or residential home repairs and home improvements. Be sure to check out Cabrera Companies, locally owned and operated in Wildwood Crest. Log on to CabreraCompanies.com or call 855-633-2300 for more information. The Wildwood Crest Police Officers Association and the department's new K-9 unit are proud supporters of CapeAtlanticLive.com and Cape Atlantic Live sports broadcasts. For more information about supporting the Wildwood Crest Police Officers Association and the Wildwood Crest K-9 unit, contact Wildwood Crest Police at 609-522-2456.
that first extra point that Dennis Serra was good on was his 19th out of 21. So that one there, just his third miss of this football season, making him now 19 for 22.
13-0 Lower. Here's Serra's kickoff. The low line drive this time. Hans will take it on a bounce at the 10. And he's tripped up. And it goes down about the 25-yard line. Nice play by A.J. King, who is Lower Cape May's leading tackler. He got a hand on Hans, tripped him up. And Wildwood will start at its own 27.
But Junior Hans able to bring that football out across the 25. As Brian said, he picked it up at the 10 So it was a 17-yard return. And with 6:20 to go here in the opening quarter, it's Lower Cape May 13, Wildwood 0. And right now, Coach Ken Loomis and his Warriors, they need to get something going positively on the offensive end.
Hans takes the snap, hands it off. Rossett trying to break a tackle, can't. And it was Quentin Hagan hanging on down there for the loss of 2 on the play. Great, good play by Hagan. 2nd and 12 for Wildwood. Warriors looking to at least get a first down here and just hold on to the football for a little bit. Hans fakes, he's going to run. Makes one man miss and gets out to about the 35. That's a nice run there of about 10 yards for Junior Hans. A.J. King finished him off. And actually going to mark him at the 31, so it's or 36, excuse me. It's an 11-yard gain, and it's 3rd and 1 for Wildwood here. And well, this is interesting because it seems pretty obvious that Wildwood's a good half yard short of this first down, but they're going to bring the chains on anyway.
Well, again, the Warriors broke the huddle to get up to that offensive line. Obviously, they are anxious no matter what it is, whether it's going to be 1 yard or a half a yard. And like Brian said,
yeah, that's a good 3/4 of a yard short.
Yeah, bringing out the chains.
Hey, listen, I mean, sometimes the officials don't trust the yard markers, buddy, that they're even. But, this field was lined by Rich Hans's crew. It's on point.
Absolutely.
3rd down and 1 for Wildwood. Hans comes up under center here.
And we know the ones that are manning the yardsticks, they're good.
Hans lunges forward and gets the first down, a gain of about 3.
It's the gentleman that does the downs marker that we have to keep an eye on.
So Wildwood gets its first down. They trail 13-0, 4:54 to go first quarter.
As Hans goes for 3 yards, and Wildwood picks up that first down just shy of their own 40. It'll be 1st and 10 on the 39 with 4:40 to go here in the first quarter.
Wildwood with 3 receivers on this set and a wingback.
Junior Hans taking his time.
A Lower Cape May thinks a Wildwood offensive lineman moved, but no call. They run an option, and Gabe Rossett got tackled by his own man. He ran into Eric Jordan and went right to the ground.
Yeah, it's going to be another 2-yard loss. So it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 12 for the Warriors. 3:30 to play, first quarter. It's Lower Cape May 13, Wildwood 0. But Wildwood has now picked up their first down of the football game. Now it is 2nd and 12.
Hans, busted play here. He wanted to hand the ball off. to his right, and the running back ran to the left, and Hans is taken down for a loss of about 6 or 7 here.
Yeah, and again, Lower Cape May's defensive line, they just blew up the the right side of the Warrior offensive line. And
Yeah, it is a loss of 7. It's 3rd and 19 here for Wildwood at their own 30. And Wildwood needs to get all the way out to its own 49 for a first down.
Yeah, so right here, Brian Wildwood just really wants to get a chunk of this back to make it a manageable 4th down situation.
Hans back to pass. Has a little bit of time. Now he's flushed out. And he is going to be knocked out of bounds. And that'll go down as a sack and a loss of 5. So it's 4th and about 24 now, or 24 or 25.
And again, Lower Cape May's defensive line is just dominating this football game here in the first quarter. And as they drove Hans back to the left side and sacked him for that 5-yard loss, they chased him out of bounds. There's 2:02 to go here in the opening quarter.
4th and long. Hans goes to his right, punts it again. It'll bounce. It's another short punt into the wind. It's only about a 15-yard punt, and Lower will have it at the Wildwood 40. Lower Cape May, this is actually their worst starting field position of the game. And obviously this is at the Wildwood 40, which is really good field position. 1:54 to go in the opening quarter.
And Brian, each of the punts that Junior Hans has been able to get off has taken a reverse bounce.
Yes, the wind's even affecting the bounce.
Yeah, it's taking the ball right back at Wildwood.
Here comes Carr Wing. Turns the corner and chased out of bounds shy of the 15-yard line. Excuse me, the 25-yard line. They called a gain of 13 and a first down. Lower to the line quickly. Wing lines up to Hunter Ray's right this time. Another handoff to the senior. Bounces it outside. Going toward the corner. And is finally taken down inside the 5. He got a good block in the open field by Zach Castellano, number 12. It's a 25-yard run.
Yes, that was an excellent block by Castellano. And Wing did a great job recognizing and just bounced a little further out to the left.
Quarterback sneak and Hunter Ray. Oh, we have a flag down. And I believe this may be, let's see what the call is here. I think it's going to go against Lower Cape May. Yes, it's a pushing violation, which you can't push the runner in like you can in the NFL. So this is a penalty on Lower Cape May. It will negate the touchdown. So it's a 5-yard penalty. And it moves it back to the 7. So first and goal from the 7 for Lower Cape May. Tigers are at Pittman next Friday. couple road games in a row here for Lower Cape May. And Wildwood will have a Saturday game at Gloucester Catholic next week. Minute to go in the first quarter. Lower already leading 13-0. Ready to pass. He's going to throw a fade to the corner. It's too high. We have a flag down. This may be offensive pass interference, but we'll see. He was looking for Braswell Thomas. And it is pass interference against Thomas. So Lower will take this penalty.
You mean Wildwood will
take the penalty. Lower's going to drop back, and it's going to be I don't particularly understand why the ball is being placed on the 16 because it was at the 7. So it ends up as a 9-yard penalty.
So it's going to be first and goal.
From the 16.
Yes, from the 16.
They hand it off to Isaiah Carr, wing, and he runs into the end zone, leaps through a tackler inside the 5, and gets in from 16 yards out. That's his second touchdown. 19-0 Lower Cape May. We have a timeout on the field as there's an injured Wildwood player on the far side of the field. Cape Atlantic Live sports broadcast and the CapeAtlanticLive.com website are proudly supported by Ribeye Steaks, serving the finest Angus ribeye steak sandwiches, sausage, roast pork, and much more, all on the freshest rolls in South Jersey. Be sure to check out Ribeyes at many of the major festivals and weekend events throughout Cape May County. For more information on Ribeye Steaks, call 609-602-3378. Bow Harbor Motels in Wildwood Crest supports high school football on Cape Atlantic Live and CapeAtlanticLive.com. A beautiful oceanfront resort, the Bow Harbor sits directly on one of the East Coast's best beaches in Wildwood Crest. Know someone planning a vacation or needs a room for a night or two? Have them check out the Bow Harbor through BowHarborHotels.com or by calling 609-522-3343. Not for Long Media is a strong supporter of Cape Atlantic Live sports broadcasts, managed by NFL veteran and Cape May resident Colin Thompson. Not for Long Media is a content hub made up of several podcasts and YouTube shows talking all things sports, food, drinks, travel, culture, and much more. You can check them out at notforlongmedia.com. If you need a place to park your vehicle ahead of a great day or evening out in the Wildwoods, check out Smitty's Parking, with 2 locations on Ocean Avenue, just steps from the world-famous Wildwood Boardwalk. And don't forget that the Smitty's location at Youngs Avenue has great rates on all kinds of bike rentals. Give Smitty's a call, 609-522-9114. So the injured Wildwood player can't make out the number. It's either Jordan Dozier or Justice Santiago.
It's 23 seconds to go here, number 8.
So it's Justice Santiago who's the player being brought to the bench, and it looks like some kind of a right foot injury. Serra's on for the extra point here. Snap and hold are good. This time Serra boots it straight through. And it's 20-0. Lower Cape May on top. With 23 seconds to go in this opening quarter. It's an opening quarter Wildwood would like to forget to this point. And the benefit, of course, of scoring that touchdown at the with 23 seconds still left in the first quarter is that Lower Cape May gets the kickoff with the wind at its back. So
and again, that just brings Dennis Serra with that strong leg right into his power alley, so to speak. as he does knock down that extra point.
Middle Township trying to stay undefeated. They lead Gateway 6-0. 8 minutes to go first quarter. They're playing at home. Is Middle Township looking to go 5-0.
Sarah now 20 for 23 in his extra point attempts thus far this season. And he's also 3 for 3 on his field goal opportunities, his longest being 39 yards.
Low line drive, it is bouncing, and an up man for Wildwood actually makes a pretty good play there. Alex Ruiz, he kind of knocked that ball down and fell on it. Prevent that thing from bouncing deep in their own territory, and Wildwood will have it at their own 30 to start their next possession. Wildwood's gained just 1 first down so far in this football game, and they're struggling while they're moving against the wind here. Country Music Awards hosted by Buddy Tarbotton coming up shortly after the game.
Yes, that was a little Tim McGraw.
Just turn that ringer up a little louder, buddy, so we all can hear it. Hans goes under center this time on 1st and 10. Takes the snap, hands off, and Quentin Hagan in the backfield again. And Gabe Rossett is taken down for a loss. Lower Cape May calls timeout. And obviously this is for the purpose of trying to stop Wildwood on downs here, or basically make Wildwood punt the ball against the wind before the end of the period. So Lower calls its first timeout, leading 20-0. And,
yeah, and obviously, too, that's an interesting timeout being called by, Coach Bailey. But he wants to try and get the football back with whatever time that he can to run at least one more play with the wind. Second down and 11. The ball is on the 29. And Wildwood comes out of the sideline after the timeout. And we're going to see what the Warriors are going to try and do offensively here.
Hans back in the shotgun here. Takes the snap, looks to his right. Now he's going to try to run, and he's chased down by Logan Haggerty. And now we have a flag. And I'm wondering if this is taunting. I didn't see anything extra violent in the hit. And it is unsportsmanlike conduct, so it sounds like that is a taunting penalty. It was a loss of 3. And the personal foul will give Wildwood a first down up outside the 40. So Wildwood catches a break. Haggerty on the tackle, and let's be clear here. We're not exactly sure if Haggerty was the player who was called for taunting. He was the player who made the tackle, but it could have been anyone from lower in the area that maybe said something that caught the official's ear as inappropriate, and the flag was thrown. So it's 1st and 10 for Wildwood now at their own 43. The clock runs, and let's see here. I don't know if a timeout was called by Lower Cape May, but Let's see here. Looks like they're gonna add some time to the clock. So there's 7 seconds left in the first quarter here. $20-0 Lower Cape May. Thanks for joining us here on Cape Atlantic Live. I'm Brian Kniff alongside Buddy Tarbot and Sam Cohen handling the video production for us. Braving the elements outside, Buddy.
Yes, he is.
And we're hoping that the rain holds off.
Well, not only is he bundled down, but the camera equipment is also bundled down.
So, all right, so we have 1st and 10 for Wildwood here with 7 seconds to go in the first quarter. Ball at their own 43. Hans takes the snap, hands it off to Rossett, and he's going to lose a yard. And that'll do it for the first quarter. The big sophomore, Will Garrow, makes the stop for Lower Cape May. Crest Savings Bank is a proud supporter of Cape Atlantic Live broadcasts and CapeAtlanticLive.com. Banking since 1919 with branches across Cape May County to best serve you. Check out all the services Crest Savings Bank has to offer at CrestSavings.com. Hall's Carpet Care is a proud sponsor of Cape Atlantic Live sports broadcasts and the CapeAtlanticLive.com website, specializing in carpet and upholstery cleaning, air duct and dryer vent cleaning, and home watch services. Hall's Carpet Care gives you the clean you expect and the service you deserve. And make sure you turn to Hall's Carpet Care after this storm if you need any of their services. Check them out at hallscarpetcare.com or give them a call at 609-463-3733. Cape Atlantic Live sports broadcasts and the CapeAtlanticLive.com website are proudly supported by Ribeye Steaks, serving the finest Angus ribeye steak sandwiches, sausage, roast pork, and much more, all on the freshest rolls in South Jersey. Be sure to check out ribeyes at many of the major festivals and weekend events throughout Cape May County. For more info on ribeye steaks, 609-602-3378. Wildwood with a 2nd and 13 at its own 40.
But more importantly now, Brian, the Warriors get to play offensively with the wind at their backs.
Hans fakes. He's going to run. He's got some running room. Has a first down and more. And he's finally run out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. So Wildwood kind of spreads the formation, puts 3 receivers bunched to the right side. They run Hans to the left. And that is a big gain for 31 yards by Junior Hans. So Wildwood with the wind at its back here trying to get something going. So Hans scampered out of bounds. It's one of the things he's learned as he's gotten older. You know, last year even, and definitely the year before, he'd have stuck his head down and tried to get 2 or 3 extra yards. But you get 31 on the run, live to play another day, and just run out of bounds before the defense gets to you. 1st and 10 at the 29. And we have Wildwood players moving on the outside here, and that's going to be an illegal procedure penalty.
Yeah, that was multiple players that time. 2 wide, 2 guys that were out wide on the right side.
Yeah, and if you heard the press box reverberating, obviously the coaches up top for Wildwood weren't happy with that. I mean, this has been a consistent theme for Wildwood tonight. They have faced many plays where it's the distance for a first down is longer than 10 yards due to inability to run the football and some penalties. 1st and 15 now at the Lower Cape May 34. Long count here. Hans rolls to his right. Looking. Throwing deep And it's just over the head of James Wires. Wires was open. You know, it's going to be difficult tonight to be accurate with all this wind on a long pass. And that wasn't long by much, but Wires just couldn't get up there and get a hand on it. And he's shaken up a little bit as he goes back to the huddle.
Yeah, and as you said, Brian, it was not long by much, but it was long enough that Wires could not bring it down. So it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 16. Or is that a 15?
Hans fakes. He's going to run. And he picks up about 4, maybe 3. Bring up 3rd and 12. So Middle Township has now taken a 14-0 lead on Gateway. Jeremiah Jones with a rushing touchdown. The Panthers were certainly a heavy favorite tonight at home against a Gateway team that has just one victory. Middle looking to go to 5-0. This one here, it's 20-0 Lower Cape May. 3rd down and 11 for Wildwood at the Lower Cape May 30. And Wildwood's going to have to take a timeout. It looked like multiple players were confused there on where to go on that play. So Wildwood will take a timeout. Gives us a chance to let you know that the Wildwood Recreation Department and the Byrne Community Center proudly support high school football at CapeAtlanticLive.com. Be sure to check out their big event for the Halloween season, a trunk or treat and a haunted house at the Byrne Community Center on Friday, October 27th from 5 to 8 p.m. Call 609-522-5837 for more information. Bal Harbor Hotels and Wildwood Crest support high school football on Cape Atlantic Live and CapeAtlanticLive.com, a beautiful oceanfront resort. The Bal Harbor sits directly on one of the East Coast's best beaches. Know someone planning a vacation or needs a room for a night or two? Have them check out the Bal Harbor through balharborhotels.com or by calling 609-522-3343. Square One Design has nearly 20 years of experience in designing websites, building online marketing campaigns, and creating custom web applications. Square One Design is a proud sponsor of high school football on CapeAtlanticLive.com.
And with 10:36 to play here in the first half, it's Lower Cape May 20, Wildwood 0. But the Warriors are putting something together right now, and this is a big 3rd and 11 for the Warrior offense.
Hans back to pass. Had some time. Now he's flushed out. He throws toward the sideline. He threw it away. He threw it over the head of the freshman Trevor Troiano. And they'll bring up 4th and 11. And Wildwood is in that area of the field here where you're going to go for it.
Yes, absolutely. They have the wind at their back. They have the ball on the Lower Cape May 29-yard line. Oh, check that, the 30-yard line, as the official correctly respots the football. And again, it's going to be 4th and 11. And the Warriors need badly to pick up this first down.
Hans rolls to his right. Throws incomplete. He knew he had to throw it. He was under duress. Quentin Hagan chased him down. And on 4th down, Hans did the right thing. He had to throw it, but there was no one in the area, and Lower will take over on downs.
And as you said, Brian, Junior Hans did the right thing. he would have had to take a big loss on that play, and instead he threw it away, and Lower will take over on downs on their own 30-yard line. 10:24 to go here in the second quarter. It's Lower Cape May 20, Wildwood 0. And right now the Warrior defense, they need an answer for Isaiah Carr Wing.
Ray, it's a little shovel pass to Logan Haggerty. Good tackle in space made by Thomas Rios. He's actually their second leading tackler. And actually that was, Ogre Nunez on the shovel pass. It's a gain of about 7. 2nd and 3 for Lower Cape May. Nunez in motion here. Bad snap. But it came to Carr Wing, who's still on his feet, and he does well to pick up 5 and a first down. Wings up over 100 yards. We'll add up the totals at halftime. First and 10 for Lower Cape May at their own 42. 9:15 to go before halftime. Ray takes the snap, keeps it, and a nice play made on the outside by Harley Busham. Takes Ray down at the line of scrimmage. Lower trying to do kind of a little trickery there. They had the entire line moving to the right. They faked the handoff to Wing going that way. Ray bounced it out left, but the outside linebacker, Harley Busham, was not fooled. And he made the play. 2nd and 10. Another problem with the snap, and Ray has to jump on it. And it's going to be a loss of 5. So Wildwood with an opportunity to get a stop here. It's 3rd and 15. We'll be inside 8 minutes to go before halftime when the ball is snapped here on this next play, with Lower Cape May on top 20 to nothing. Rolling to his right is Hunter Ray. Looking, throws, caught by Nunez. It's going to be a 16-yard gain and a first down.
And again, Hunter Ray doing a great job that time, rolling to his right, and then he was able to get his feet set, finds Nunez downfield. Nunez doing a good job bringing the ball in for that 16-yard gain and another Lower Cape May first down.
Lower moving quickly here. Been doing that quite a bit this game so far. Here's a handoff to Haggerty through the middle. He picks up about 3. 2nd and 7. Thomas Rios, another tackle there for Wildwood. Haggerty again. And again, he's taken down after a short gain. And that time it was Eric Jordan on the stop. Bring up 3rd and 4. Six and a half to go. Lower Cape May ahead by 3 scores at 20 to nothing. Shifting by the Lower Cape May receivers there at wingback. Option. Toss to Isaiah Carr, wing. And he's only going to gain about a yard on this. So Wildwood doing a good job on this series here, limiting Lower to 3 short running plays, and it's 4th and 3.
Well, Wildwood making some adjustments defensively, Brian, and now it's a big 4th down and 3. The ball on the Wildwood 39. Lower's got to get to the Wildwood 36 to pick up this first down.
5.5 to go before halftime. Lower leading at 20-0. Nunez in motion. They hand it off to Carr, wing. He's got the first down and more. Bounces it outside, and he has an angle to the corner and slips a tackle and gets into the end zone. It's a 39-yard touchdown run by Isaiah Carr, wing.
I'll tell you what, there were so many different times, Brian, where Isaiah Carr, wing, makes it look so easy. That time he bounced it out to the left, and when he gets those big legs churning and combine that with his speed and upper body strength, he is one tough running back to bring down.
Serra for the extra point. Snap and hold are good, and the kick is good. So it's 27-0. Lower Cape May dominating this game so far. Ulmer's Appliance Service is a proud supporter of Cape Atlantic Live and CapeAtlanticLive.com, a family-owned and operated business since 1974. Ulmer's Appliance Service is all the top appliance brands. Give Ulmer's Appliance a call at 609-368-4444 or log on to ulmersappliance.com. Be sure to check out the Mud Hen Brewing Company, the Dogtooth Bar and Grill, and Poppy's Brick Oven Pizza and Kitchen in Wildwood for great dining and entertainment experiences for the entire family. And congratulations to the Mud Hen on recently being named the best brew pub in New Jersey. And the Mud Hen recently started its Oktoberfest celebration. Go over and check them out on Rio Grande Avenue. The Mud Hen, the Dogtooth, and Poppy's proudly support CapeAtlanticLive.com. The Wildwood Crest Police Officers Association and the department's new K-9 unit are proud supporters of CapeAtlanticLive.com and Cape Atlantic Live sports broadcasts. For more information about supporting the Wildwood Crest Police Officers Association and the Wildwood Crest K-9 unit, contact Wildwood Crest Police at 609-522-2456.
And right now there's 5:15 to play here in this first half, and we can see, and hopefully Sam's got a shot for our viewers. The flag, which is set up on our left, is blowing stiffly through that end zone.
This kick will go out of bounds, I believe. No, it stops right on the sideline. The ball's loose. And let's see who has it. That ball looked like it was going to go out of bounds, and then it just died right on the sideline. And it looks like a Wildwood player is injured. Wildwood player who dove in there. And, buddy, that might be, not sure who that is actually. $5:15 to go before halftime. It's 27-0 Lower Cape May. I think it's number 9. And the early indication we're getting is that it's Gabe Rossett who's down injured over there.
And that football is inside the 30-yard line. It looks like it could be about the 26-yard line. But the Warrior injured football player is still down. on that sideline.
Yeah, and what you don't like, buddy, is that he's actually face down, which is not good.
Well, whoever the player was forced to dive for that football because it kind of just really right there, Brian, the ball went dead in no man's land.
I mean, the ball looked like it was going well out of bounds, and
Right.
then it just died. It died about a half a yard from the sideline. So, Rossett did the right thing by trying to dive in there. And I'm not even sure if it was Rossett on the initial play diving in there to try to recover the ball. But then the ball came loose, and a couple of Wildwood players and a couple of lower players kind of dove in there.
Well, there it becomes a live football, and, whoever recovers it, it becomes their football. So the Warrior player, reacting to that, did the right thing, and, he basically had to give up his body and sacrifice to put himself between the football and a lower Cape May kickoff coverage player.
Well, the good thing, buddy, is that they did get him over on his back, and now he's sitting up. That was initially awfully scary because he was face down and was not moving, and obviously you fear for some kind of a neck or a spinal injury there. He's helped to his feet, and it looks like he's going to walk off basically under his own power, which is really good to see.
Well, also in that type of situation with that type of attempt to cover the football, that could have been a loss, where he lost his wind. I mean, he came down, basically he had a flop.
Yeah, you never know. Could have come down on the football and got the wind knocked out of him. Yeah, you don't know. But he is walking off the field under his own power, albeit slowly. But that's a good sign there for Gabe Rossett. So it's 27-0, and Wildwood is trailing Lower Cape May.
And again, Wildwood trainer Mandy Perez just does an outstanding job in when she gets right out there on top of her athletes. And Rasa, as you said, he's able to walk back across the field, and hopefully it was just a case where he got the wind knocked out.
27-0. Wildwood trailing Lower Cape May, 5:15 to go before halftime. Hans in the shotgun here. Takes the snap, hands it off, and not much doing there. And that was Thomas Rios on the run. And he loses 3. 2nd and 13 here. Some other scores. St. Augustine leads Holy Spirit 7-0 in the second quarter. Middle Township still holding a 14-0 lead on Gateway in the second quarter.
And here comes Wildwood back to the line of scrimmage. And as Brian said, it is now 2nd and 13. 4:15 to go.
Hans throws. It's caught by Harley Busham on a short wide receiver screen play, and this is going to go down as a short gain of about 2. So it'll be 3rd and 11 for Wildwood. .340 to go before halftime. And it looks like we have a Lower Cape May player jumping offside. And that'll give Wildwood an extra 5 yards there. So now it'll be 3rd and 6. More manageable third down play here for Wildwood on the offside infraction. Ball moves out to the 30.
3:15, and the the clock continues to wind down.
Hans on 3rd and 6. Fakes, trying to throw deep. It's nearly intercepted. I think Hans got hit as he threw. And he faked a short pass and was looking for James Wires. And it ended up being well behind him. And I think that's because Hans got hit as he threw.
Yes, he definitely took a shot. Again, Lower Cape May's defensive line getting through the Wildwood offensive line. And as Hans released that football, he took a pretty good hit.
So it's 4th and 6. And we'll see what Wildwood does here. If they punt or if they try to go for it.
I'll tell you, that wind is really looking like it is starting to pick up, Brian. Just by looking at the flag in the end zone behind the Warriors.
Hans is going to try to throw it on 4th and long. Now he rolls to his right. No, now he's going to punt. And it's going to take a nice Wildwood bounce. And it's going to go all the way down inside the 20 and be down at the 17. Now that is, it's about a 50-yard punt or so with no return. Obviously had the wind behind him and got a great bounce. So it is Lower's ball now at their own 17. And this will be by far their worst starting field position of the game. And Lower Cape May holding this 27-0 lead with 2:40 to go before halftime. And I'm wondering in the second half, buddy, we saw sophomore Jordan Dozier was warming up on the sideline for Wildwood. And he's their backup quarterback, and you wonder if they may try to go to him and maybe put Hans at the running back position at some point in this game. It's another shovel pass to Ogre Nunez, and he's hit and taken down, but not before he gets up close to a first down. And it will be a first down. It's a gain of 11 up to the 28. Well, we're moving quickly again. Ray takes the snap, hands to Carr wing, shreds one tackle, and then runs up, cuts back at the 50, still on his feet. Breaks another tackle, sticks his head down, and is down at the 33-yard line. Another great run by Isaiah Carr wing. It's a 39-yard run. Looked like it was Liam Carmel in on the stop. Lower moving quickly here as the clock approaches 2 minutes. We're inside 2 minutes now here in the first half. Pass play, got it to Thomas. Thomas trying to break a tackle, fumbles the football. Are they going to say he's down? They're going to say Thomas is down. Trevor Troiano on the stop. That was a really good play by the freshman against a Division I caliber athlete out in space.
1:25 to go here in this first half. And Lower Cape May trying to put one final drive together, up 27-0.
Kyle Mallon, a freshman, in at the running back position here. He takes the handoff and is hit and pushed back by James Wires after a short gain of 1. It'll bring up 3rd and 2. And now Wildwood is going to call timeout with 51 seconds to go in the half. The Cabrera Companies are a strong supporter of local sports coverage on Cape Atlantic Live and CapeAtlanticLive.com. Whether it's buying, selling, or renting property at the Jersey Shore, management services for homeowners and condo associations, or residential home repairs and home improvements, be sure to check out Cabrera Companies, locally owned and operated in Wildwood Crest. Log on to CabreraCompanies.com. Give them a call at 855-633-2300. Not for Long Media is a strong supporter of Cape Atlantic Live sports broadcasts. Managed by NFL veteran and Cape May resident Colin Thompson, Not for Long Media is a content hub made up of several podcasts and YouTube shows talking all things sports, food, drinks, travel, culture, and much more. You can check them out at notforlongmedia.com. Out of the timeout, it's 3rd and 2 for Lower Cape May with 51 seconds to go in the opening half. Tigers enjoying a 27-0 lead. They hand it off to Haggerty. He's got the first down, and Moore is taken down inside the 20, close to the 15. That's a gain of about 9. Stops the clock momentarily until they reset the chains. And now we're moving. Another handoff to Haggerty. And this time he's going to get about 3. Lower, not sure. Lower still has 2 timeouts left. I'm surprised they didn't take one there. Down to 15 seconds to go in the half. Ray fakes, throws, tipped, and it nearly intercepted by Trevor Troiano. He couldn't hang on. He tipped it in the air, dove for it inside the 5, couldn't come up with it. Yeah, Troiano's made a couple good plays on this defensive series for Wildwood, buddy.
Yes, he has. And as Brian, as you said, Trevor Troiano, just a freshman, but he really shows some athleticism back there at the defensive back position.
Well, this is interesting, buddy, because Lower Cape May's bringing the kicking tee on. And this is going to be a 31-yarder against a really, really stiff breeze with 2 seconds to go in the half. So a 32-yard field goal attempt by Dennis Serra here. Low snap, dug out by Castellano, and I believe that was partially blocked, and it's no good. And that will do it for the first half. It's Lower Cape May leading Wildwood 27-0. Need a place to park your vehicle ahead of a great day or evening out in the Wildwoods? Check out Smitty's Parking with 2 locations on Ocean Avenue, just steps from the world-famous Wildwood Boardwalk. Don't forget that the Smitty's location at Youngs Avenue has great rates on all kinds of bike rentals. Give Smitty's a call, 609-522-9114. So at the half, it's 27-0 Lower Cape May. We'll step away with our audio. We'll come back right before the start of the second half and give you some of the stats from this first half that was dominated by Lower Cape May. They lead at 27-0. We'll be back shortly. Back at Windy Maxwell Field in Wildwood, Brian Kniff alongside Buddy Tarbot and Sam Cohen handling the video production. Thanks for joining us here on Cape Atlantic Live for another edition of high school football. This game so far has been all Lower Cape May. They lead 27-0 at the half. And Isaiah Carr Wing, the story of that first half, 12 carries for 204 yards and 3 touchdowns for Lower Cape May, as they have this 27-0 lead. And they were threatening the score late in the half, and I was kind of surprised, Buddy. They had timeouts in their pocket and didn't use them, and they lost about 20 seconds taking their time after a running play, and they ended up attempting a field goal from 32 yards that was partially blocked. And I guess Lower Cape May coach Lance Bailey is going to take those 2 timeouts with him on his drive to Penn State tonight. He's going to the game tomorrow.
Well, I mean,
maybe they'll help him help him stay awake for the ride. You know, I don't know.
I was going to go. Maybe he was showing a little bit of compassion.
Well, still only the first half. You know, I get it, but. You know, they did try to work on their field goal game there, and when I say it got blocked, it did, but I think it was a low kick by Serra, and it may have just actually hit a Wildwood player in the helmet or in the shoulder or whatever, but Serra was probably worried about kicking against the wind from 32 yards. He probably felt like he really had to drive it and didn't get the lift, and it ends up getting partially blocked. But Lower does get the ball here to start the second half, and they lead it 27-0.
And they will get the ball with the wind at their back. And when I say wind, it is the flag is standing straight out. Can actually count the stripes and the stars.
So Wildwood to kick off.
And it's good to see our
It's an
buddy.
onside kick, and it does not go the required 10 yards and goes out of bounds just shy of the 50. I'm going to tell the referees, Buddy, you know, sometimes we have a little pull. I'll tell them, hold the whistle. You know, you got a story to tell.
Well, exactly. I mean, they need to understand that, especially the guy down the end who is mic'd up to him.
Lower will take the ball at the spot of the foul, so they'll get it at Wildwood's 49-yard line where the ball went out of bounds on the kick. Get it in quick, bud. They're about to start. Go ahead. You got another story.
Well, it was a segue into the fact that our dear friend and fellow scribe, Dave Weinberg, has weathered the storm, and he is here with us in the press box.
First and 10 for Lower Cape May at the Wildwood 49.
With his
They hand it off, and still going. That's a nice run there by – no, I think it was Dennis Serra. Yes, Dennis Serra for a 10-yard gain. Called a gain of 11 as they mark it at the 38. Ray hands off again to Serra. And it's another nice gain. Good tackle, though, by James Wires there, but Serra gets another 7 or 8. They'll bring up second and short. Lower moving quickly. Another handoff to Serra, picking his way, and I believe he'll have a first down. He's close to it. And they do signal a first down. Gain of 4. And first and 10 at the 28 for Lower Cape May. Lower bidding to win their 3rd straight. First and 10 at the 28. Ray keeps it. Trying to make a move on Gabe Rossett. Does break that tackle. Has a first down, and he's slung out of bounds. We have a flag down. It's going to be a unnecessary roughness. Now we've got players coming together on the far side over there. It's going to be a gain of about 13 or 14 by Ray. And then we'll go half the distance here on the personal foul. So let's see where they march this off to. Well, they had the spot after the run as the 15-yard line. The ball should be moving up to technically the 7.5 on half the distance. Buddy, I'm here all night if they need me. I don't know what the long discussion is here.
Well, they have to get together.
The only thing I'm wondering is are they unsure of the spot? But the official closest to us has been standing on the 15 the whole time, so that's where the penalty should be marked off from.
I think the only spot that they're unsure of is where they're going to go eat after the game.
Potentially. Mud Hen, Dogtooth, and Poppies are all open, buddy. They do move it down to the 8. So now it's 1st and goal for Lower Cape May. And now it's Logan Haggerty in the backfield. He takes the handoff, takes a hit as he lunges forward. He's taken down at the 3. It's a gain of about 5. And if Lower Cape May scores here, we're going to have a running clock. Handoff again to Haggerty. Breaks one tackle, breaks another, and gets into the end zone from 3 yards out. Good run by Haggerty going outside there. And with 9:57 to go in the third quarter, it's Lower Cape May leading 33-0.
Yes, and Lower Cape May wasted no time in marching that ball right down the field and punching it in. 9:57 to go here in the third quarter.
Haggerty's snap is good, so is Castellano's hold. And Dennis Serra boots it through, and it's 34-0. Lower Cape May leading this one over Wildwood. Not for Long Media is a strong supporter of Cape Atlantic Live sports broadcasts. Managed by NFL veteran and Cape May resident Colin Thompson, Not for Long Media is a content hub made up of several podcasts and YouTube shows talking all things sports, food, drinks, travel, culture, and much more. You can check them out at notforlongmedia.com. The Wildwood Crest Police Officers Association and the department's new K-9 unit are proud supporters of CapeAtlanticLive.com and Cape Atlantic Live sports broadcasts. For more information about supporting the Wildwood Crest Police Officers Association and the department's new K-9 unit, contact Wildwood Crest Police at 609-522-2456. The Cabrera Companies are a strong supporter of local sports coverage on Cape Atlantic Live. Whether it's buying, renting, or selling property at the shore, management services for homeowners and condo associations, or residential home repairs and home improvements, be sure to check out Cabrera Companies, locally owned and operated in Wildwood Crest. CabreraCompanies.com or call 855-633-2300.
Yes, you cannot go wrong in supporting the new K-9 unit in Wildwood Crest. You won't be barking up the wrong tree.
Great catch by Hans down at the 10, and he brings it outside the 30, although he goes down injured. Oh, boy. And he's slow to get up, but he does get to his feet. And Wildwood will have it their own 32. So Hans has got to come out for a play, I think. Oh, no, he's going to stay in. He's going to get the play, I believe, from Coach Ken Loomis. Now he does trot back out to the huddle. So the clock is moving here with Lower Cape May leading by 34. The running clock rule is 33 points. And then I believe the losing team gets it to 25 or less, it would then go back to a regularly timed game. Hans back to pass. Looking, fires, short. His intended receiver, Harley Busham, was open, and that was a perfect example there, buddy, of the wind knocking that down. That was on a normal night. That would have been a well-thrown ball, but it landed at the feet of Busham because of that stiff breeze that Hans has to throw into here in this third quarter.
And again, you know, as Brian just said, you know, Busham, he ran a good route, but, you know, the way this wind is right now continues to pick up here in the second half. It just made that ball very difficult to deal with.
Second and 10 at their own 31. Hans back to pass again, throws. This time it's caught by Busham. And he's taken down after a gain of about 5 or 6. We'll bring up third down. And about 4. Third and 4 at the 38. Buddy's apparently out of stories right now. That's why he's being a little silent here.
I'm just sharpening my pencil.
You'll be silent in between plays, and then right as the ball snapped, you'll start telling one. That's usually your M.O. Hans takes the snap. Has a little bit of time. Throws. There's got to be a flag here. Yeah, pass interference. He was looking for Busham, and coming through early was Hunter Ray on the outside. So Hunter Ray on the pass interference penalty. And that'll give Wildwood a first down. And it'll move the ball out across midfield. As pass interference at the high school level is a 15-yard penalty, no matter where or how it occurs. So it's always smart at the high school level that if you really get beat on a play when they're throwing deep, you just take the guy down. It's only going to cost you 15 yards. First and 10 for Wildwood at the lower 47 now. Hans back, throws. This one's caught by Busham on the right side, and he's got a nice gain there of about 16 and a first down.
And that time, Busham runs a nice little route down that right sideline, and Junior Hans did a good job.
It's actually a gain of 22, buddy. Excuse me.
As soon as Busham turned, the ball was right there, and it was a 22-yard pickup.
Actually, check that. It was a 16-yard gain. At first I thought that Wildwood started that play on their side of the 50, but they were on lower side at the 47. So it's a 16-yard gain, and it's first and 10 for Wildwood. This is the deepest I believe they've been this entire game. Hans again throws out in the flat. Oh, incomplete. Nearly intercepted. And Hunter Ray out there on the far side, how'd he come up with that, buddy? Probably runs into the end zone for a touchdown. I think Hans may have mistaken Ray or another Lower Cape May player in the vicinity as one of his teammates, because there wasn't a Wildwood player near that ball. And I think Ray was so surprised that he couldn't hang on. 2nd and 10.
4:20 to go here in the third quarter. The Lower Cape May 34, Wildwood 0.
Hans takes the snap under a rush, rolls to his right, hit and taken down. And it looks like it was Amir Clark who finished him off.
Yeah, that was a
That'll
big
go down
hit.
as a sack.
A big hit by Clark. And it looks like, Brian, they're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, no, the line of scrimmage was the 31. They got the ball marked back at the 33. Yeah, the down marker should be moved back 2 yards. It should be 3rd and 12. And now they finally do so. It's 3rd and 12 for Wildwood. He's just gotten beaten up. He's as tough as they come, but he's just taken way too many hits tonight. So Justice Santiago will replace him at safety for Wildwood. So Hunter Ray leads Lower Cape May out here. Hands it off. And that is the freshman Kyle Mallon. Lower Cape May very high on him. Mallon picks up about 5. And this will most likely be, barring a turnover or a score or an injury, the last play of the third quarter. It's another handoff to Mallon. James Wires and Nick Croce in on the stop. Mallon picked up about 4. And that will do it for the third quarter. It's 34-0. Lower Cape May on top. Square One Design has nearly 20 years of experience in designing websites, building online marketing campaigns, and creating custom web applications. Square One Design is a proud sponsor of high school football on CapeAtlanticLive.com. If you need a place to park your vehicle ahead of a great day or evening out in the Wildwoods, check out Smitty's Parking with 2 locations on Ocean Avenue, just steps from the world-famous Wildwood Boardwalk. Don't forget that the Smitty's location at Youngs Avenue has great rates on all kinds of bike rentals. Give Smitty's a call at 609-522-9114. And those Smitty's locations are pretty close to the location where the old microphone that Buddy Tarbotton used to use on the boardwalk is retired.
Yes.
and I believe that was bronzed and put on a statue somewhere, but I'm not sure. We're waiting on confirmation for that.
Yeah.
Crest Savings Bank is a proud supporter of Cape Atlantic Live broadcast and the CapeAtlanticLive.com website. Banking since 1919 with branches across Cape May County to best serve you. Check out all the services Crest Savings Bank has to offer at CrestSavings.com. So here we go to the fourth quarter. And it's Lower Cape May leading 34-0. Clock is moving. Handoff inside. And taken down. Was Alex Nelson. And he did get the first down. He didn't get much, but he got the first down. Croce in on the stop, along with Thomas Rios. 1st and 10 for Lower at the 48. This handoff will go to Kyle Young, and he gets 2 up to the 50.
And Lower Cape May just unloading players off the bench.
Yeah, buddy. By the way, buddy, that's Lower's roster that we have has 2 32s. That was actually Max Bracken on that carry. Here's Bracken again going to the right. And he's got all kinds of running room. He's got a first down and more. Stutter steps his way past another Wildwood would-be tackler. And it's an 18-yard gain for Bracken. So 1st and 10 for Lower at the 31-yard line of Wildwood.
And Bracken, a sophomore running back for Coach Lance Bailey.
Another handoff. And Bracken this time taken down for a loss of a yard.
Now under 10 minutes to play in this football game.
Buddy, David Douglas, a freshman, is in at quarterback now for Lower Cape May as well. So Lower getting some of its younger players in, some guys who normally get most of their reps in the JV games. Wildwood, of course, doesn't have a JV, so they won't get a JV game against Wildwood this week.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 12.
Another handoff to Bracken. And he's slung back by Nico Kalagiris. Now we have a flag away from the ball. Let's see what we have.
That was a host of Warriors assisting on that tackle.
So there was we have an illegal block called against Lower Cape May. And actually, this is an illegal blindside block, so it's a personal foul variety. And this will move the ball all the way back to the 48 with a little over 8 minutes to go in the football game here. Douglas takes the snap, hands to Bracken again. And Bracken is taken down. Nick Croce, Gabe Rossett in on the stop. So it brings up 3rd and a long way to go. It's at the 48-yard line, and they need to get down to around the 22. So 3rd and about 26. Here's Bracken again. And a nice play made by Dante Verone there, junior linebacker. Tackles Bracken for a loss. And it looks like Lower will send in its punting unit.
And that's going to push the Lower Cape May offense back past the 50-yard line. They're going to be now on their own 49.
rugby-style kick by Jackson Brown is downed inside the 30. And it looks like Wildwood has called a timeout, I believe. And it looks like the sophomore Jordan Dozier is about to go in at quarterback for Wildwood. Junior Hans, with his team trailing 34-0, is finished for the evening, as he got pretty banged up tonight out there. So Jordan Dozier, a sophomore, will get some reps here at quarterback. So 6:17 to go, 34-0 Lower Cape May leading Wildwood. Hall's Carpet Care is a proud sponsor of the Cape Atlantic Live sports broadcast and the CapeAtlanticLive.com website. Carpet and upholstery, cleaning, air duct and dryer vent cleaning, and home watch services. Check out Hall's Carpet Care. Hall'sCarpetCare.com, 609-463-3733. So Dozier in at quarterback. Back to pass, throws, incomplete. Was looking for James Wires. I believe the ball was tipped before it got there. Second and 10 for Wildwood. We're inside 6 minutes to go now. Of course, since it's 34-0, the clock is running. Lower Cape May about to go to 4-1. Dozier throws deep. It's incomplete. He was looking for Wires and overthrew him. I'll tell you, buddy, you know, when you look at Jordan Dozier, the ball comes out of his hand very nicely. And he's no doubt their quarterback of the future, as he's a sophomore. Hans will graduate this year. So get him some reps in a game situation here. But that ball there, I mean, he kind of and obviously there's a wind behind him, but he effortlessly threw that ball about 30 yards downfield.
Well, you can see, Brian, he's got good footwork, and he's got a good release. Being just a sophomore, so there's a lot to work with there.
Floats it out in the flat, and it's caught by Alex Ruiz. But this will go down for no gain, maybe even a loss of a yard. And they'll bring up 4th down. Looks like Wildwood will go for it here. A little over 4 minutes to go. Dozier back to pass. Has some time. Throws. Caught. And Wires will get the first down. Nice run by James Wires after the catch. When he caught that ball, he was about 3 yards short of the first down. Then he ends up picking up about 8 after the catch. And they get the ball out to the 46-yard line. And it ends up as a gain of 18.
Yeah, that was a nice little hookup between Dozier and Wires.
And again, a well-thrown ball there by Jordan Dozier. It's his second completion. 3 minutes to go. Throws over the middle. That one's incomplete. And Kurt Johnson sophomore linebacker for Lower Cape May, was in the area to prevent that from being complete. 2nd and 10. Two and a half to go. Wildwood just trying to get some points on the board here at the end of this football game.
And again, just create some positive energy, some positive plays.
Wires catches it again. The wide receiver screen, fighting for yardage, and he picks up about 4.
And again, Brian, that was a well-thrown ball by the sophomore.
So ball's right at midfield, 3rd down and 6, inside 2 minutes to go.
And Dozier, again, out of the shotgun. And again,
Intercepted.
In and out of the hands.
Intercepted by Lower Cape May, and taking the ball inside the 40 is John Fernandez, the sophomore.
And that will just about do it. Coming up on 1 minute left to play in this football game. Lower Cape May on top, 34-0.
Yeah, and you would expect, the clock is still moving. You would expect Lower Cape May just to come out and take one knee, and that'll end the game. So the Tigers will go to 4-1. Wildwood will drop to 1-3. The Warriors will have a chance to compete next week at Gloucester Catholic on a Saturday game. At Gloucester Catholic. Lower Cape May's at Pittman, and that will mean first place in their division in the Royal. Douglas takes the snap and takes the knee, and that'll do it. And it's a 34-0 final for Lower Cape May. Isaiah Carr wing, and he did it all in the first half. 12 carries, 204 yards, 3 touchdowns, and Lower wins it 34-0. For Sam Cohen on the video, for my partner Buddy Tarbot, and I'm Brian Kniff. Thanks for joining us on Cape Atlantic Live as Lower Cape May goes to 4-1 with this 34-0 victory over Wildwood.